What was the role of religion in East Germany? What role did religion play in East Germany? This question takes us into the heart of a society shaped by communism and its views on faith. In East Germany, known as the German Democratic Republic, religion, especially Christianity, faced many challenges under the communist regime. The government, led by the Socialist Unity Party, held a Marxist-Leninist ideology that viewed religion as an outdated concept. They aimed to replace it with atheistic scientific socialism. When the German Democratic Republic was established in 1949, the government initially claimed to be neutral towards religion. However, this stance quickly changed to active opposition. By the early 1950s, the Socialist Unity Party intensified its efforts to reduce the influence of churches. They saw religious institutions as ideological rivals and potential threats to their socialist goals. The regime monitored church activities closely. They imposed restrictions on religious education and publicly criticized church leaders. Many of these leaders were accused of being aligned with Western imperialism. While church services were not banned outright, strict limits were placed on church activities. For instance, youth programs run by churches faced severe restrictions. Young people were often pressured to participate in the Jugendweihe, a secular ceremony meant to replace religious confirmation. This created a conflict for many young believers, as church involvement could hinder their educational and career opportunities. The government promoted state-sponsored atheism through education and propaganda. Over the years, church membership in East Germany dropped significantly, from about 90% to around 30%. The policies of the regime led to a more secular society where religious beliefs were increasingly marginalized. Despite this repression, churches continued to exist. In fact, they sometimes became centers of dissent, especially in the later years of the German Democratic Republic. After the fall of communism, churches regained some public recognition and funding. However, the long-term effects of state atheism meant that religious participation remained lower than in West Germany. From the perspective of the communist regime, religion was seen as a social force that needed transformation or replacement. They aimed to build a socialist society free from what they considered superstition and capitalist control. The state tried to integrate religious institutions into the socialist framework when possible. However, the promotion of atheism and scientific socialism remained the guiding principles for societal development. In summary, religion in East Germany played a complex role. It faced significant challenges under a regime that sought to diminish its influence. Yet, despite these obstacles, religious institutions persisted and sometimes became symbols of resistance.